had this thought yesterday, and it's not even a thought. It's something that kind of like it's a paradox yet again. Yet it's something that works though, because it's about what works and what doesn't work. So I put this picture up here from Heat with Robert De Niro because it kind of exemplifies this idea of kind of like just to walk alone. And what that really means to walk alone is kind of like, to me anyway, is that we can choose to get really, really annoyed with the people around us and all events around us and things around us and stuff. But a lot of that really nearly all of it comes from this idea of like to be involved in the world, to be involved with other people in the wrong way. And it's a paradox, like I said, because just because you walk alone doesn't mean that you don't get on with people. It's usually when you're not walking alone, you can't get on with people because you're in their space all the time. You're not in your own space, and you end up taking everything personal. They didn't do this. She didn't do this. He didn't do this. They don't appreciate me here, which may very well be true. And but it still doesn't do you any good to kind of like get irate and annoyed and pissed off about it. So to walk alone and to cut yourself off from everyone, even it is a paradox because it's like, well, I'm going to cut myself off from everyone, right? You're thinking to yourself because they have a certain this, that, and the other, right? And to walk alone is a paradox because you can get on with people way better then because you're not involved with them in the wrong way. You're not emotionally invested in them. You're not pretending. You've cut yourself off. I know all this is like the opposite of what society teaches everyone. Like your friends are important, and people that you know are important. Your family members are important. But if you're attached to, there was a line actually in Heat that was very much connected with attachment, and if I could, I don't know if I can remember it word by word verbatim, but I'll give it a go. It was something along the lines of have nothing in your life that you're not willing to walk out on in 20 seconds flat, something like that, if you spot the heat around the corner. And that really breaks down to don't be attached to anything. Let yourself be attached to anything. And it can seem, even like that scene in Heat, like a very empty, kind of like cold, even his apartment in the house, it was just where he was renting at the time. There was no furniture, there was no nothing. It was just empty. It was vacant, but he looked out into the ocean and there's another world out there. Right, there's another world out there. It's still going on, and to cut yourself off from everyone and to walk alone, you could find yourself end up getting on with people better, getting on with yourself better, being freer inside, being less attached to what people are doing and they don't appreciate you and they're this and they're that and they're awkward with you because these things are happening as well. It's not as if like that that you're incorrect or I'm incorrect or anyone that's listening to this is incorrect. People put pressure on you. They have expectations of you. They're short-sighted when it comes to what you do for them. They're egotistical. They want what they want and they don't give a flying fuck about you, really. It's all about them. They can't wait in loads of ways as well. I'm sure a lot of people have had this, that they can't wait to start talking to you about stuff that they're doing and about their ego and about their false self. And they're there promoting themselves all the time and they're always in your ear. And it's kind of like, dude, you're draining my energy. Internally, you're thinking this. You're draining my energy, dude. I'm not really that interested in your fake self, because it doesn't really exist the way you think it does. promoting yourself all the time. You're draining, and it's kind of like people are doing this constantly all the time. They never stop and ask you, like, uh, do you want to hear what I have to say? They never ask you that. They never say, look, do you want to hear what I have to say about something? And then you can go, not at the moment, no, thank you. Okay, cool. And then there's silence, and that's cool, right? But they don't do that. They just start burdening you with stuff. So to walk alone is a good idea. And then you can be more fluid because you're not stuck with your wrong idea about them. Of course they're a pain in the arse, but it doesn't mean you have to respond to them the way that you think you do. And a lot of that comes from just being detached, walking alone, and cutting yourself off from everyone.